Hi, welcome to Tea and Mystics. Today I'm going to be sharing a small book haul I have of some mystical reads that I've acquired over about the past 2.5 months or so, all while I'm sipping on some lemon ginger tea that is by the Brew Tea Company. So first up, I got this book, Treasury of Folklore, Seas and Rivers, which is a collection and about the different folklore that goes around with, as you can guess, water. I actually totally forgot that I ordered this book because it took like 2.5, maybe 3 months to arrive in the mail. I'm not sure what happened to it. It must have got lost on its journey over, but it arrived and it was a wonderful surprise because I had totally forgotten I ordered it, but I'm really looking forward to reading it. I have the other collection that is the Treasury of Folklore that has to do with woodlands, and I really enjoyed it, so I thought I would pick up another one of those anthologies. Next up, I ordered this book, the Rosicrucian Enlightenment, that is by Francis Yates. And I picked this book up just because I read that it gives a good history of the Rosicrucian secret society, and I'm just delving more into the history of secret societies and I'm enjoyed learning about them. And as I said, I read that this was a really good book that looks into that movement, so I ordered it and picked it up. Hopefully we'll be getting into that in not too long. Next, at a used bookstore, I picked up Thomas Merton's The NonViolent Alternative, and I believe that this may be a bit of a collection of different writings he wrote about nonviolence, and whenever I come across a old edition of a Thomas Merton book in a used bookstore, I always pick it up. I very much enjoy reading Thomas Merton's words and am often very inspired by them, so I was delighted to pick this up. Next, I have the Book of Memory, A Study of Memory in Medieval Culture by Mary Carruthers, and I have to admit that I first saw the cover of this book and was intrigued by the cover, and then when I read that it was actually about looking at memory and how it was utilized during the medieval culture, because especially when you think of those who were more learned during the medieval period, memory was really used a lot, and they memorized long pieces of writing, and I'm just really curious to read about the use of memory and maybe be inspired to improve my own memory while going about it, because during these current times it's really easy to not utilize our memory as much because everything is just at our fingertips thanks to our computers and our phones. So I'm definitely looking forward to diving into this one and learning more about memory. I picked up Sacred Nature by Karen Armstrong. I really enjoy Karen Armstrong's work. I think she's a fantastic historian of religion, and this one is looking specifically at our disconnect with the world at this moment and what we can learn from older spiritual and religious traditions. This one I've already started, so I'll probably have a review coming up soon, but I guess spoiler alert, I'm very much enjoying it so far. Next is a book that my mom gifted me, which I've read some wonderful things about, and my mom herself has given a wonderful review of, and it's the book An Immense World by Ed Young. It's about how different animals sense the world around them. So as you can imagine, it's very much a book that is looking at embodiment and how embodiment works within different species and how that relates to how you experience the world, all from a very scientific lens. And I'm really looking forward to it. Again, I've read really good reviews of it, and my mom gave a really good review of it, and even my honey bunny really wants to pick this one up too, so it'll definitely be read a few times through. And lastly, I picked up this book also at a used store, and it's The Book of the Dragon, and it's an illustrated history of the dragon and dragon myths and folklore from around the world. I haven't really gotten into it too much, but as soon as I saw it on top of a pile of used books, I knew I wanted to pick it up. And I mean, even just for the wonderful illustrations that are throughout the book, I knew that it was worth it. So I know that this one will be fun and maybe a good one to sort of keep on a coffee table to just be able to constantly pick up and peruse. Today I'm sipping on some lemon ginger tea that is by the Brew Tea Company. And this is just exactly what it says. It's a really nice mix of ginger with lemon. I think this is definitely a tea to keep in the cupboard as we move further into autumn and then into winter. Yesterday I planted some trees, so I was feeling a little sore today. Well, not sore, maybe stiff today, and moving a little slower. And I'm just finding that the ginger and the lemon are giving me a little bit of a boost to get things done today. So I definitely recommend it. I really enjoy ginger in most teas, so it's nice to have one that's just a nice mix of lemon and ginger. Thanks so much for tuning in to Tea and Mystics. Cheers!